Hello, ladies and gents. This is Jamie Blosman, the host of the Femcanic Garage podcast. Welcome to the 5-part series of the dirty little secrets in the automotive and skilled trades industries. This blog series is brought to you by Chasidy Sisk Writing and Communication and Femcanic Garage. We have interviewed industry experts on topics related to diversity, equity, and inclusion. We're excited to share their knowledge and experience with all of you. Now let's get started. Hello everyone, this is Jamie B coming to you, and welcome to the dirty little secrets of the automotive and skilled trades industries. What are we doing right now? We have 3 brave gentlemen willing to sit down with me and have an open conversation about some of the quotes that are in the blog series that we launched last year for Women's History Month. And first and foremost, I want to thank all 3 of you for being willing to, 1, give us a little bit of your time, and 2, to be open about and have an open conversation about some of these topics. So first of all, I just want to say thank you very much, gentlemen. I truly appreciate you giving the time for this. I do want to cover a few things just so that the listeners and or watchers understand what this is and what it is not. What this is are 4 individuals having an open conversation where we are going to read one quote that we collected from women anonymously and ask them about experiences, both positive and negative, that they have had in the automotive and skilled trades industries. And we took those quotes and we provided each of the gentlemen a list of quotes that they could pick from. And there's going to be 2 that I'm going to read out loud, and then we'll have an open discussion about those quotes and the experiences that those women had. That's what this is. What this is not a male bashing, bra burning thing. This is about having adult, mature conversations about opportunities that maybe we could improve in our industry to make it more inviting for everyone. I want to jump to part 3, and I'm going to read this one out loud, and then I will share, or I'll give the floor to each of you to share your thoughts and feelings on it. This comes from a young lady from North Yorkshire, England. So this was international. So this isn't just a U.S. thing, right? And she was 22 years old when this happened. And this is what she shared with us. While doing a full set of wheels and tire changes, a gentleman said, "Let me show you." Now, I've done this many times, and I wasn't struggling, didn't need help. And when I told him, "I've got it," he informed me, "You shouldn't be doing this. I don't know why they sent you. They should have sent a man. This isn't a job for you. I know that their comments are more a reflection of themselves than their beliefs than it is a reflection of me. Realizing that makes it easier to shrug it off." So it's kind of like this theme. And any initial thoughts on that? I have to keep rereading that because like it's the England version. Like they spelled tire TYRE. And I'm like, what the hell am I reading here? So thanks for your patience in trying to work through that. So I want to start with you, Burl, this time. And what are your initial thoughts around, this is a customer, right? So this isn't within the company. This is a customer speaking to this young lady, which I find interesting. I'm seeing a theme between 20 and 30s, early 30s, where a lot of women in that age range seem to run into this.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't catch initially that was a customer telling her that. So that I was thinking about it was a fellow employee. So from a customer's perspective, saying that, I mean, I think you just have to you have to wrap your hands. I mean, sounds like that person's just kind of set in their ways. Either she was doing it wrong or she was doing it right, and he just didn't think she was capable of doing it right because they have their opinions. I mean, what I'm trying to say is, I mean, I've had customers not say the exact thing, but maybe to a younger employee, oh, even a male. Some people just are minds headstrong and think that whether you're a male or female, you can't do it. But he kind of tipped his hand when the customer said, "Why didn't they send a male?" To do this. So I think it really speaks more to their character. And I mean, I really don't know what you can say because I don't think you're going to be able to change that. And I just it's sad, but I don't, I don't really know that you could do anything to change it, to change their mindset.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Kevin, thoughts?
Yeah, it to me it sounds like a grumpy old man who hasn't done his tires in a long time and his back is sore. So he's pissed off that this young girl is actually fixing his car the right way. So he's a little envious of it. I would have told her to go grab one of my tools from liftwithtrack.com, and that helps her put the tires on that much easier.
I love
See right
it.
there?
Yes, yes. Very well done. Very
I
well
had to
done.
put that in there. You know that. You know that once I
Well,
heard that one. But no, I feel like
that may have been a lob ball for you too,
I know,
Kevin.
I know. I I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
I can just see it. I mean, I can just pulling into a tire shop and I could see a customer standing out behind the car that's just I know how to do it better than you scenario.
Hmm.
Because she's a female, no. Because it could be a young skinny male too. It could be anybody that this guy just has this. I have this urge to tell them I can do it better. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, that's one of those things where you got to close it off and just not listen to that customer and get your job done and do it the right way and make sure that make sure it's done right.
Brian, any additional thoughts?
Yeah, so I think like I'm really glad that she's like pretty thick skinned enough to just shrug all that off, and it probably helps that as a customer because I would have just laughed at their face. But uh, bro, you were saying like I don't know what to like. I don't know what you can do about that because there's nothing you can actually do to change someone like change their mind for someone like that. And I agree with you that we're not going to be able to change anyone's mind who has like a preset mind. But I don't like the way that's worded because that kind of implies that we just like keep letting it happen. And I think change happens really slowly. Like definitely not that day, and maybe not with that older gentleman, but just over time, like us having this conversation about it, and somebody at least one time stepping in and say, "Hey, it's not cool to say that." Like it's not going to make a difference in his life hearing that, but just over time, we stop normalizing shit like that, and that's the change that it takes, in my opinion. Because like I said, I'm all for being thick-skinned and being able to shrug off whatever, but the fact that only one group has to do it 100% of the time, and for us to be just okay with that is the reason why it keeps happening. So I think it just takes steps of going out of our comfort zone to point shit out to eventually, over the long run, make that not a normalized thing. Hopefully.
Brian, that's a great point. That's a really good point. Now, I'm curious if you're the employer, and there's another quote here where a customer got belligerent with a female to the point where she was crying, and the other supervisor assigned that customer's car to the female tech on purpose. It was a quick lube, so the customer could see it through the window, and the tech made sure that he could see her working on his car. Um, and the male supervisor, made it a point to assign her to his car because of what that customer did to the other female supervisor. Um, if you were a manager and you observed a customer uh, being belligerent or inappropriate or attacking one of your employees, um, whether it's male or female, right? Um,
Hmm.
how would you handle it? What would you do?
I mean,
And would you do anything different if it was a female employee versus a male employee?
are they being belligerent to the point where it's really obviously like I could call it like legal harassment, like that
Uh,
kind of level? But I guess the
Flirting with it,
point,
but not there.
I mean, I guess point is, yeah, male or female, I wouldn't let that happen. Although I've never been in a management position, so I'm kind of a terrible person to ask because I would be a terrible manager. Because I do things like if a customer, says like, "Hey, this other shop down the road, have you guys beat?" I would be like, "Okay, go over there. I don't care if I lose a customer." So considering that I don't care about losing customers over that, yeah, I would, yeah, I would definitely have the customer leave. You
You'd
know,
be okay firing the customer.
what?
You'd be okay firing the customer, saying,
Uh, yeah,
"Kick rocks. See ya. Go to the other place."
yeah, exactly. But I
What
mean,
about you, Burl?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't stand for it. I mean, look, let's just be honest. I mean, we want to fix as many vehicles as we can, but you also just have customers. Sometimes they're just, just not. It's not a good mix for your business. And if I see a customer talking to my employee like that, male or female, I'm gonna tell them to leave. I'm gonna tell them to get their car fixed somewhere else, especially if it's unprovoked. Like that.
Yeah.
You're never gonna make that person happy. And that's honestly, I just soon not take their money or their work. And I don't have a problem telling them that.
Kevin, any additional thoughts?
Yeah, I don't care how much money they have as a customer. Move them. They can go somewhere else. They can learn from their mistakes. Just trying to treat people bad. Maybe somebody's actually going to say something to them again, and they're going to say, "Oh, shoot, maybe I did say something wrong over there." Maybe they'll come back and apologize. I doubt it, but doesn't care how much money they have. I don't care. Move on.
Yep. Yeah. Keep it simple. I'm
Yeah,
with you.
yeah. We all want the business, but there's a point.
Uh, right. Right. So what I'm hearing you say is, yes, protect your employee.
Absolutely. Yeah, and make sure that you show the customer that they're doing the job correctly, so they have no grounds to stand on. We train our people right. We're doing it right. We have the right procedures in place. So why are you upset? There's no reason for it. But if you're still upset, get out.
That's brilliant, Kevin, because that's like a 2-for-1. It's putting the customer where they belong, and it's building your employee up.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
And wow, yeah, I love it. Thanks for watching. By being open to learning more about these topics, you are fueling a movement that creates a safer and more inclusive environment for women in our industry. And for that, we thank you. It's up to all of us to keep this conversation alive. The only way to rid the industry of the darkness is to shine light on it. The entire 5-part blog series of the dirty little secrets of the automotive and skilled trades industries can be found on ChasidyRaySisk.com and Femcanic.com. Until next time, my friends.